What is your American dream?
My American dream. Wow. Piece of the pie. Definitely expanding our business, corporation, making it worldwide.
I've experienced so many stories of immigrants coming in, and I want to see everyone have the same opportunity to achieve their dream equally, no matter what demographic background they come from.
My American dream is I hope that one day we can actually live up to our pledge and have liberty and justice for everyone in America, because America is supposed to be the melting pot and the safe haven for immigrants that migrate over here.
My American dream is for people and animals to come together in unity and peace, honestly.
The whole idea of the American dream is that I have the ability and option to decide what I want my dream to be. And for me, that's what American dream is all about.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 27th. I want to tell you something. I have an American dream today as well. Yo-Yo and Vanessa, let me share that American dream. My American dream today is for Uncle Brad and Yo-Yo to sing happy birthday to our birthday girl, Ness-Quick. You ready, Yo-Yo? This is my dream for today. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ness-Quick. Happy birthday to you. What happened to Yo-Yo?
Thank you so much, Brad.
But what happened to Yo-Yo?
He was your backup dancer.
I don't hear Yo-Yo.
Exactly.
What's wrong with your mic, Yo-Yo?
He knew better.
Are you a mime today? Are you Yo-Yo the mime? Just go like this.
No.
What's wrong with your mic?
Oh, man.
I have no idea.
All right. Why don't you figure it out? And I'll talk to Nesquick for a second. We'll say goodbye to Yo-Yo. You figure it out. You come back. Julian, get rid of Yo-Yo. Me and Nesquick will talk. How was your birthday, Nesquick? Happy birthday.
It's going so great so far. Thanks so much. I had a great breakfast delivered to my house.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
What was the breakfast?
Yeah.
I never had breakfast delivered to my house before. Where did that camera come from? I don't even know that camera existed.
I had never seen that angle either.
What breakfast did you have?
Apparently, there's like these custom made trays. Like, you know how someone can send you like a fruit basket? You can send someone like a breakfast tray.
So what'd you get?
So like this breakfast tray brought I don't know, it's someone on Instagram, my girlfriend sent it to me, but it had like a traditional Dominican breakfast, which is like, we call it mango. It's like plantains with salami and fried cheese. And then there was like a cute little fruit cup. And then there's like a whole cake. I posted it on Instagram. It was so good.
Look at you. Look at you. And what are you doing tonight? I see you're all dressed up. So you're going out to celebrate somewhere, obviously, right? Right after this. You're like, I got to work. And then it's birthday time. You're like, see ya.
Yeah, we're just going to go out to dinner. It's Tuesday.
I think by the time we get to comments of the day, Nesquick is going to be. I'm like, Nesquick, comments of the day. What happened to her? Where is she? Oh, she already left already. Peace out. All right, let's say hello. Well, happy birthday. Have a great. I hope. Sounds like you're having a great day, and I wish you all the best. Not only from me, but from the entire crew and the entire squad. That you have the greatest year and the best life and everything upwards. And what is it? It's better and upwards and upwards, whatever the saying is. Better than...
I'll take it.
Take it, right? Let's say hello. I forgot, what is that saying, Jill? Upwards and better than upwards. Upwards and onwards. Upwards and onwards is the saying I was looking for. All right. Happy birthday, nevertheless. Let's say hello to the squad. Joan Grant, squad up. Dion Watson, squad up. How are you, Latana? Sonny, squad up. Marlene Russell, what's going on? Elizabeth Francis, squad up. Jessica Leamy, what's happening? Squad up. Myrtle Ray, squad up. Paulette Bryce Cameron, squad up family. Delaney Hall, wishing Ness-Quick happy birthday. So is Joan Grant. Dion Reed, how are you? And Rose Hines, I see Rose Hines watching. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, always joining us every day on YouTube. I have to say the comments are a little lax on YouTube. Just Blaze M Boy with a question, and Vivian, who's part of the crew, and Vanessa, who's part of the crew, with the squad up.
Yeah, that threw me off. I'm not sure with YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube there. But nevertheless, Ness-Quick, while Yo-Yo's fooling around with his microphone, can you tell everybody what they need to do while I get ready for some schmoozing?
Surely. Okay, squad. So you guys should already, if you haven't, join our Brad Squad Facebook group. So this VIP group is a special group. It's outside of where you're watching the show right now. When you join the VIP fan page, you have access to so many different perks. And one of those perks is getting your questions prioritized during our social media check-in. So you can ask a question there at any point throughout the day, and our squad is in the back locking those in for the show, and you'll be one of the first questions asked. But you need to ask your questions on our VIP page. So if you are on all social media platforms right now, stop what you're doing and make sure that you go on Facebook and join our VIP fan page. Of course, nonetheless, it is time to share. Make sure that you put your comments below. Ask your questions so we can ask them later on during social media check-in. Let people know that the Brad Show is on right now. So make sure that on Facebook, you are commenting, giving us those thumbs up. We like to see interactions from you guys. Let's get people going. Let's let people know that the show is on and that there's so much information that is shared here every single day. And there's still so many people that aren't even familiar with the show. And why not be that person that connects them to this? Okay, guys, on YouTube, you should be subscribed to our YouTube channel and make sure that you turn on the notification bell so that you know when Brad Show is live every single day. Okay, there is an arrow right below. It's pretty much the same everywhere we go, squad. Make sure that you click that arrow and you'll be able to copy this link and you can share that Brad Show is live right now. Share it in a text message, share it in a group, share it in an inbox anywhere. Let somebody know that the show is on right now and that they should be tuning in. You guys already know that we answer so many different questions for so many people, and you could be that source that connects them to their answers. So many people out there need help with immigration, and we're here providing that. So, of course, you guys already know I will not move on to questions if I don't get those thumbs up on YouTube. That lets YouTube know that there's great things happening here, that you like what you see, and it'll boost us up into the algorithm and help the squad grow. So we want to help and reach as many people as we can, and part of you helping us do that is to share. Of course, we are on Instagram at Brad Show Live. If you can't catch a full show, or if you have a friend that can't catch a full show, lead them to our Instagram. Follow us there where you will catch the best snippets of our show. Every now and again, we have some giveaways, and you can always send your questions through a direct message on Instagram, and the squad is looking out for your questions everywhere. So, nonetheless, let's get into it. Schmoozing with Brad.
All right, so last night as we got off the air, Ness-Quick, Amy Coney Barrett, she got sworn in as the new Supreme Court Associate Justice. Barrett's nomination was confirmed by the Senate, and the White House held a constitutional swearing-in ceremony last night. The court now holds a 6-3 conservative majority. Barrett is obviously taking over for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the liberal Supreme Court icon who recently passed away. Now, the Supreme Court is poised to make key decisions soon about Trump's taxes, several elections cases, and cases regarding abortion law, and she is going to be right in it. She is not going to be recusing herself out of any conflict of interest. We don't know what private conversations she had with Donald Trump, who nominated her, who gave her the job, and now she is going to be decided on things that affect Donald Trump, his taxes, and the election.
We saw that this could be a huge possibility, and here it goes. Here it goes.
And by the way, if you go back to those pictures, this is a reenactment of the super spreading event that happened when they nominated Amy Coney Barrett. Nobody last night was wearing a mask. No masks anywhere. And if you remember, it was at that super spreader event several weeks ago when Amy Coney Barrett was nominated, and they had the event to nominate her, that the entire White House got sick. As a matter of fact, from that one event, as it was well put by Governor Andrew Cuomo, the White House has a higher percentage of coronavirus victims than the entire state of New York at this moment. So, but they redid it again. They did it all over again.
And this is who's leading our nation, of course. This is leading by example.
And meanwhile, talking about super spreader events, Saturday evening, Mark Short, he's the vice president, Mike Pence, vice president's chief of staff, coronavirus. Later that evening, Pence's office confirmed that Mary Obst, a senior political advisor, coronavirus. In total, at least 5 close associates of the vice president who he comes into contact with, presumably not wearing a mask, has coronavirus. Now, both Pence and Karen, the wife, so far they've tested negative, but you don't know, you could be a carrier of coronavirus for up to 14 days before you show symptoms. But what they generally say is the average person is about 6 to 7 days before symptoms show. So if, for example, Pence came into contact with Mark Short, who tested positive on Saturday morning or even Friday, he won't test positive at least until Thursday.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's also like, I just feel, I understand that everyone might have their take on COVID-19, but I would really hope that it doesn't lead to any, unfortunate events for the White House to be taking more precaution with COVID, because it's just not okay. There's people out there that really don't believe that, that it's a thing or that they're invincible, but I just feel like it's so irresponsible to not be taking more precaution, especially in the position that they're all in.
I agree with you, and you can make an argument. I like Pence, I don't like Pence. I like Trump, I don't like Trump. But in the end, and there's people, like I know Yo-Yo always likes to say, well,
COVID doesn't have a president.
Well, not only that, but Yo-Yo likes to say, well, he's not my president, But the fact is, whether you like to say that or not, he is in fact your president and vice president until the people of America, hopefully next week, vote them out. And, the last thing you want to do is see your leadership, in a hospital. It's not good for America, whether you like the guy or not. Now, Pence, he says he's going to be suspending his movements despite having been in close contact with the aides. But he says because he's an essential government worker, he doesn't have to quarantine, so maybe he won't. We'll see. But he is not going to. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't understand why, because he's a vice president, he gets a pass and he can go travel around the world. Why is that?
Right.
We have Yo-Yo back?
Privilege. Yep.
Let's see. Do you guys have me? Can you hear me?
Barely.
Yep.
Barely.
We hear you.
Barely, but we hear you. Now, Senator Kamala Harris condemned the White House for its handling of the pandemic upon hearing of the recent positive tests in Mike Pence's orbit, saying that Trump and Pence had forfeited their right for a second term. And I got to say something. She's not far off. She is not far off. Meanwhile, Time Magazine, because we do have an election coming up, Time Magazine removed its large Time logo from the cover for the first time ever since its premiere on March 3rd, 1923, to make a point. In advance of the November 3rd election, the publication replaced the logo with the word vote on its November 2nd issue. A woman wearing a bandana as a mask, partially covering the surprise design. Editor-in-chief Edward Felsenthal wrote in an article posted on Thursday, to mark this historic moment, arguably as consequential a decision as any of us have ever made at the ballot box, we have, for the first time in our nearly 100-year history, replaced our logo on the cover of our U.S. edition with the imperative for all of us to exercise the right to vote. Meanwhile, NASA astronaut Kate Rubins cast her vote from 200 miles above Earth. You want to know how she did that? Is anyone interested? Yo-Yo's a little bit interested.
I am. You just can't hear me.
I'm trying to read how she did it. Astronauts registered to vote in Texas got the right to vote from space in 1997 when lawmakers ruled they could electronically cast their ballot off the planet if they'd been on a space flight during the early voting period or election day. So NASA's Johnson Space Center, it's located in Houston, so most astronauts are based in the city of Houston and registered to vote in Harris County, which is obviously Houston. Now, the space voting process works like this. The Harris County Clerk's Office uploads a secure electronic ballot to NASA's Johnson Space Center Mission Control Center. NASA astronauts using specific credentials access their ballot and cast their vote, which is delivered back to the county clerk's office by email. Rubins, along with 2 Russian cosmonauts, began their mission early this month. How do we know that it wasn't the Russian cosmonaut who voted?
Right.
All right. I mean, this could even...
Right,
how do we even know? Yeah, we hear you now, Yo-Yo. And
you guys hear me now?
Why do we by the way, I have to tell you something. I find this really disturbing. Okay, that it's basically a publicity stunt that they spent all this money to get her to vote from space. And God knows how much taxpayer dollars it cost for this woman to vote from space when she could have easily had a very secure mail-in ballot done before she left Earth.
Right.
But when did she
Let's start there.
When did she leave Earth, though?
Valid question, Yo-Yo. When did she leave Earth? I don't know, but I do know that she's 200 miles above Earth at the moment.
Right, because you got it.
Right, maybe. Where is this camera coming from?
At least
maybe she's been circling Earth for 200 years or something already. You know, she missed the last. I don't know. You ever see that movie with Matthew McConaughey? He's like, he gets shoots off, and he comes back 10 minutes later, but everybody's 400 years older.
Everybody's right.
Yeah. I don't know.
It could be.
Could be. I don't know.
It's 2020. There's so many possibilities.
There's a lot of possibilities. I'm going to tell you something. You know what Jill said to me? She goes to me, Brad, if Joe Biden is the winner of the presidential election, what are we going to talk about on Schmooze? There's nothing going to be talked. We're gonna have Happy News Wednesday and nothing to talk about Thursday, Schmooze. And Friday, let's roast the marshmallow, Schmooze. It's gonna be so calm. We're all gonna be sleeping.
I don't think so. But remember what I said. Remember what I said yesterday, because Trump is leaving the White House. Hopefully, leaving the White House on fire with so much that Joe Biden has to fix up. Remember we had said, Barack Obama said, it's almost like driving a big rig. Like, when you turn, you can't just make a fast U-turn. It's like a long turn. So he's gonna have a lot to work with. So we're still gonna have a lot to talk about. And it's basically gonna be about how he's fixing everything that Trump messed up.
You see, I disagree. I think our entire schmooze is going to be me, you, and Ness-Quick roasting marshmallows by a fire, listening to elevator music. Then we're going to have absolutely nothing to talk about. It's going to be very calm and quiet.
There goes our show.
What?
Trump is still going to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Trump is still let's say, Biden wins, he's going to be a big crybaby and just compare all this stuff. We'll still hear from the pumpkin.
And hopefully we'll be talking about him going to jail.
You know what? That's what Jill just whispered in my ear.
What?
Are you and Jill talking to each other? Jill goes, right. I hope we're talking about him going to prison.
Are you serious?
She just whispered that in my ear as a joke.
You're
Well,
connected.
that's what's gonna happen.
Meanwhile,
if Jillian and I say it at the same time, then that's what's gonna happen.
All right, we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, according to statistics from the Johns Hopkins University, there are now 43 million coronavirus cases worldwide. In the United States, over 8.7 million people have been diagnosed with COVID. America has more than 226,000 deaths. The U.S. has seen almost 500,000 new coronavirus cases in 1 week. As the dreaded fall surge continues to grow, some places could be close to what former FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb called exponential spread. The American Academy of Pediatrics says that there has been a 14% increase in child COVID cases over the last 2 weeks, presumably because school is open.
School is open.
School is open.
No surprise there.
By the way, we have a new segment now on Tuesday. It is called, I don't know if you guys know about this, it's called Tea Time with Uncle Brad. We have some tea coming in. Yes, tea time. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Tea time. Thank you. What kind of tea do we have, Jeremy, today?
We have
Chamomile tea. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Great job, Jeremy. Tea time with Uncle Brad. Did you guys get tea delivered? Is Jeremy delivering tea to you?
He delivered mine.
He delivered yours. I have in this very fancy cup. Tea time. Tea time with tea time. He is very fast. Tea time with Uncle Brad.
What the?
Yeah. So it's tea time now. We gotta change the topic here. Just discuss things. Discuss things that we would discuss over a spot of tea, perhaps, right?
With your pinky up.
All right, yes, with my pinky up. So, I don't know, you know who this actor Ryan Felipe is? He went on an outdoor run on Saturday, and he delivered shade while he was at it. Felipe paused to take a post-workout selfie in front of a billboard promoting the Ellen DeGeneres show and wrote on the Instagram caption, "And remember to be kind, wait." Now, Philippe has not appeared on the talk show since 2011. His ex-wife, Reese Witherspoon, that's his claim to fame. I think he was in a movie once, too, Ryan Felipe, a couple of movies. But his claim to fame is ex-wife, Reese Witherspoon, with whom he shares daughter Ava, 21, and son Deacon, 17, has been friends with DeGeneres, 62, for years. Now, rumors about DeGeneres being mean off the air have circulated in Hollywood for years. Warner Media subsequently launched an internal investigation based on these meanie rumors. U.S. Weekly exclusively reported in August that producers assured staff in a video call that Ellen is not going to give up on her show. DeGeneres led a second call later that month in which she admitted to being a multi-layered and said she had good days and bad days. And when the Ellen DeGeneres show returned in September, the comedian kicked off the season 17 premiere by talking to viewers about her scandal-plagued summer. So, Yonathan and Yo-Yo, can Ellen's reputation as the queen, she was the queen of nice. I said Yonathan and Yo-Yo and Ness-Quick and Boss Lady. All four of you.
I'm still gonna answer.
All four of you, Yonathan and Yo-Yo and Nesquick and Boss Lady, all four of you. Can Ellen's reputation as the queen of mean be returned to the queen of nice? Can it be salvaged? What do you think? Because she got canceled, right? That's basically canceled. Was she canceled in a way?
In a way, but what she did when the show came back was very smart. The PR was on point. So she came on the first episode and said, "Hey, I know that you guys have been hearing all the stuff that's been going on. I've made all the changes that I needed to make, fired all the people that needed to be fired." So I think I stand with what Ryan Felipe did, because a lot of the celebrities were on Ellen's side and they were tweeting, "Ellen has been nothing but nice to me. Ellen has been the best person." But like, it pissed me off as, as a viewer and audience, because I know personal people that worked under Ellen, and it was more so like she had a bad attitude. She didn't really care about what her senior producer and executive
But you know what?
producers were doing.
I could totally understand in a way, because she's being pulled in 100 different directions. So is it a point of
you can understand what her being rude?
No, not being rude, but not knowing what the producers are doing. In other words, part of what it was that the producers were also being rude to the staff as well, and she was not managing them, and either they said she turned a blind eye, or perhaps didn't know, but she has a lot to do, and she gives these. I'm just playing devil's advocate, and she gives a lot of reign to the producers to do what they need to do to get a show on.
When you turn a blind eye,
is she supposed to know everything that's going on? Is she supposed to? I don't know.
When you turn a blind eye, you're a part of the problem. Period.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, did she turn a blind eye?
Yeah.
Or is it too hard? Or is it too hard to know everything that's going on?
No, because there were actual harassments that they went to the HR about. She has to know about those.
She knew about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she had
or had been familiar at least. Or had been familiar.
And she was rude. She was rude to them as well. I know people who actually worked under her. So I stand with Ryan Felipe for doing that, because all the other celebrities were on her side. Just because, of course, she's going to be nice to the celebrities. All hosts are nice to their guests, but not to the people that actually work under them.
All right. So meanwhile, I read this in one of the tabloids that airport employees in LAX, they rate the meanness or the niceness of celebrities that come by. Kendall Jenner, they rate all the Los Angeles airport employees are rating celebrities on how nice they are to them. On a scale of 1 to 10, Kendall Jenner, what do you think?
I know that she's a big old B. She is a B.
What is a B? A B.
Yeah.
Yes.
A B.
She is,
and not one that buzzes around.
She is rude.
The one that's like the female horse,
did not
right?
Get a high rating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So was rated Kendall Jenner rated a 2.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
And I'm surprised she even got the 2.
All right. Now it's not just it's not just Los Angeles international employees. It was actually the employees rated them, and then Cindy, the TikTok star known on the social media app as Sin Cindy, based the rankings on a scale of 1 to 10. So Sin Cindy took the ratings of the Los Angeles International Airport employees and actually gave a number to them.
She used to work there.
Right.
She used to work there.
Okay. So what do you think of Nicki Minaj?
I have heard that she's a horrible person to work with. All her hairstylists that I know have fallen out with her because she's just rude to them.
I
can see that.
She got a 2 out of 10 also.
There you go.
She was described in one instance in which the rapper wouldn't get off the aircraft until everybody else got off, which she claimed was a disruption to flight attendants. Avengers star Chris Evans. What do you think of that?
He seems nice.
Seems nice.
Yeah.
I would give him a good like an 8. He's like genuine.
He got an 8 out of 10 exactly. And Chris Hemsworth, his co-star on the Avengers.
Oh, he seems like a gentleman too.
He got a 10 out of 10. Always polite.
Yeah.
What about Bad Bunny, the reggaeton star?
Oh,
I feel like he
phenomenal.
would get a 10 because he's like a huge advocate.
Cool.
He seems like, I would give him a good score.
Cool.
Huh?
Cool.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Got a 10 out of 10.
Cool.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Right.
He's super humble.
And Orlando Bloom, who is also Katy Perry's fiance, what did he get?
I would say he's like in the middle.
Probably like a 7.
No, he got a 10 out of 10 plus. He's really funny, apparently.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually good to hear because that's the thing with seasoned actors and actresses, like it's kind of hard, So I saw like there are some people who are saying, well, maybe they had a bad day. Is it really cool to talk about how they interact with people? And I feel like no, it is, because you as a public figure, you're taking that on. Like that you're always gonna have to be on. Like when I used to hang out with Raven Simone, there'll be days where she just did not want to take pictures. because she wasn't dressed or
Then
anything
don't
like
go
that. But
outside. Then don't go
and
outside.
she doesn't. She doesn't.
Then
and
don't go
like,
outside.
We went to the grocery store around her corner. The person was like, "Can I please?" The person who worked as a cashier was like, "Can I please get a picture?" She said, "I will come back tomorrow. I'm just not dressed. I'm in a hurry, but I will come back." And she came back. And Raven's been working since she was 3. So there's no excuse for being rude to your fans. There's no, because they're the reason why you're making money.
That's right, and they're the reasons why you're famous.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree. Brad Bernstein, one time walking down Rodeo Drive, I was very, very busy. Jill will confirm this story. I was walking down to a meeting. I was with Jill in LA on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. I was late. Somebody comes running up to me. Brad!
Wow.
Who's calling me? I watch you on Brad Show Live. Gonna take your picture. Only one person ever in California ever did that to me. I was so thrilled that somebody recognized me. I stopped.
That's a beautiful.
I said, I'll be late for my meeting, of course.
I gotta soak this moment in.
Right. Let's see. What's the story with open marriages, by the way? Do you get that? Are you into it? You know, Brad Pitt's younger girlfriend, Nicole Puterlarski. You know who she is? She was dating this woman was dating Brad Pitt, but she's married to a German restaurateur by the name of Roland Mary.
Oh God.
So, but this dude, he's 68 years old. He's in an open marriage with Nicole and allowed Nicole to go out and date and publicly make out with Brad Pitt on the streets and hold his hand and everything. What's up with that?
I mean, at that point,
do you get it?
At that point, the open marriage I feel like was already on the table because he's getting something from her, which is, you know, having a fine ass wife, and she's getting something from him, being able to do what she wants with another man and being financially stable. So
do you think that they were? Do you think they were in an open marriage? Or my hunch, when I think about this story, is look at the German restaurateur. I mean, not a bad looking guy, but he ain't no Brad Pitt. So he ain't no Brad Pitt, right?
At all.
You know, come on. You know, like somebody, my friend went out the other day. He goes, "How do I look?" I said, "You look good. You're not yo-yo, but you look good." But so any event, true story. So any event, but look at the guy. So now all of a sudden, this woman, she's 27 years old. She's like saying to herself, "You know what? Obviously she's not." She's not, married to this 68-year-old man because presumably they have a lot in common. There's a 40-year age difference. So,
Hey man, she might be an old soul.
She could be. I doubt it based on the way she's dressed at the moment in that picture. And then all of a sudden Brad Pitt comes along and she's like, man, Brad Pitt, how often do you get a chance to, go out with Brad Pitt? And cheats on her husband. Becomes a scandal. It becomes a scandal, and then they say, "Oh, we're just in an open marriage." Or do you think that it was always an open marriage?
I feel like this restaurant guy gets his cake too, so they're probably, even. He probably has a whole bunch of girlfriends. Why not?
I don't know.
So she said, "I'm gonna take this too."
Well, I know Brad Pitt's got to have a lot of girlfriends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
After being with Angelina Jolie, all that time.
I can't do that. I can't have multiple. I forget what I tell everybody. So
time consuming.
It's very time consuming. I get all confused. What I say to you, I learned a long time ago. I got to focus on one person. That's it. Mm-hmm. One person. That's it. When I'm not focusing on you anymore, okay, could pivot to the next one.
Right.
But I can't, one person at a time. I can't, I would be a nervous wreck if I was in an open marriage. I would be shaking and sweating.
Yeah.
What can I do? What can I do?
Exactly.
Well, when you're in an open marriage, you're still really focusing on that one person. You're just enjoying others. You're not really
no,
putting too much.
I
into
would
that.
be. I would be if I was in an open marriage. I would be more focused on what are you doing? Who are you with today? More than
Oh yeah.
as I sit back and
See,
drink
that
my
means you're not enjoying
as I sit back and drink my tea.
Right. You need to enjoy your side
What?
of the open marriage. You need to enjoy your side of the open marriage.
Yeah, but you know what? That's
Instead of worrying about her.
well, you know what? Why be married if you're going to be in an open marriage? Just say, you know what? It's like you're married, but basically what you're saying is we're friends with benefits. Isn't that basically what an open marriage is? Well, I have a marriage certificate,
I mean, it's
but in
like
essence, we're just
official
friends with
benefits.
benefits. You're my friend with benefits, but I can get benefits elsewhere. No,
But she's winning. She's winning because she got married into a fortune. So
I
that's
don't
what
know.
happens.
Well,
with
Dion Reed
And she
says
still
it's
gets
called
Brad
an
Pitt.
entanglement.
Right. Oh yeah, we know about the entanglement.
Yeah.
The Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and August Alsina.
It's called
That's
an
a whole-
We
entanglement.
know how that goes.
Although Jessica Levy says I am a one burner straight.
I feel you, sis.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. And Jessica Levy says it's not cheating if the marriage is open. I personally,
not.
I know, but I think she cheated, and then they said the marriage was open. That's my
Nah.
no.
I mean, I don't think the husband would be saying that. If he felt like she cheated on him, then he would just drop her.
Listen, there's some older men out here that they just get to a point in their life where they're like, you know what, dude? Like, I'm really just in a place where some good company, man. Do whatever you want, whatever. But every now
Exactly.
and again, just some sweet company. That's it. Like, that's really a thing. Like, he's probably, who knows how many marriages that man's been in. He probably doesn't want to be married either. But, you know.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what's happened since Podolsky and Mary. Mary's is the German husband. Podolsky is the wife, who's in the entanglement. They've had a 7-year-old. They have a 7-year-old son together, and they
There
were
you
seen
go.
laughing and smoking with friends at Mary's restaurant. The two apparently they're in an open marriage, and Mary is reportedly not interested in being jealous about her extramarital dalliances with the hunky actor Brad Pitt. Now, Podolsky, whose relationship with Brad Pitt was confirmed by page 6 of the New York Post in August. So if page 6 confirms it, you know it's true. Okay? They met, actually, at the husband's restaurant in Germany.
I can't.
I can't either. The Polish-born model flew to Los Angeles a few weeks later, began hooking up with Brad Pitt at a Kanye West concert. And talking about Kanye
Whoa,
West,
dude, look at that.
talking about Kanye West, he's in a beef with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, what?
Did you see Kanye West beef with Jennifer Aniston?
No.
What?
Oh, yes.
So because Jennifer Aniston said,
Her
"Don't
post,
vote, don't vote for Kanye. It's a joke." It's oh
Yeah,
no.
don't be-
So wait a second. Jennifer Aniston said, "Don't vote for Kanye. It's not funny. Don't waste your vote."
Exactly.
And Kanye responded, said, "I just watch Friends. It ain't funny."
They killed that. Like, what?
He did the same thing with Issa Rae. Issa Rae was a host on SNL, and she was like, F Kanye. And Kanye tweeted, was like, everybody pray for Issa. Like, what?
All right. Well, you know what? I'm done with my tea now. We gotta get back to our show.
I am too. This is fun.
But it was great Tuesday teas with Uncle Brad, right? We got to answer immigration questions now. Why don't you tell everybody what they need to do?
Yes. All right, everybody. Now you already know what time it is for Facebook. It's time to start your watch parties right now. All right. We need you guys to please do this because it takes the video from our page to your page. It's simple. All you have to do is click on share, more options, and host or start the watch party. This is a very effective way of sending a notification to everybody on your friends list. So when you do this, it sends a ding notification. They will automatically click on your page and they will see this video. So please do so right now. Also, sharing is still caring. We still need you guys to share this video. Share it to anybody's page. You can share it in a private message. So inbox it to somebody. You can send it in a community chat. You can send it in different groups. You could also copy the link and send it in a text message blast. Now we also need you guys to please put in all your questions right now. The comments are going in. I know that you guys loved Tea Time. This is a new segment, and we love the interaction that you guys gave with it, because this is how we, build the community. This is how we also show that this video has a lot of interaction. So this is a great way to make sure that the video goes out there. Algorithm is the key. All right. Now, Ness-Quick, what are we gonna do on YouTube?
Okay, on YouTube Squad, you should already be subscribed to the channel, and make sure that you turn on the notification bell so that YouTube lets you know when Bradshaw is live Monday through Friday. Of course, below you'll also see a thumbs up. If it's gray, you should click it and make it blue. Give us a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you like what you're seeing here, and it'll help raise more awareness and let more people know that this is something that they need to watch. A lot of you are so loyal to us, and you already know all the value and knowledge that Uncle Brad shares here. So let's go ahead and click that share arrow and share it with more people. Okay, friends, so this is very important. When you share, it spreads the word, it spreads more awareness, and it builds our squad up more and more. It's so insane to think that there's so many people out there that do not know that we are here every day giving answers to immigration questions, and you could be that person that connects them to this source. You never know when there's someone out there that has the same question that you have and doesn't know to come on here and ask the question. So by you giving us that thumbs up, that just lets Uncle Brad and our entire squad know that you're loving what you see here. And when you share, it helps us grow our community. So those are two things, very simple tasks that we need from you guys. That's how you can pretty much say your thank yous for us putting this together. And of course, if you do have some friends that can't catch a full show, make sure that you send them to our Instagram. We are also on Instagram at Bradshaw Live. Make sure that you follow us there, that you comment on our content. And if you can't catch a full show, you'll catch the best snippets of our show on there. Every now and again, there is a contest or a giveaway, but you must be following us on Instagram to see those. And you can also send us a direct message there whenever you need to have a question answered. So this is what you guys have all been waiting for. It's what we're here for, getting answers.
All right, public service announcement before I get into getting answers to your immigration questions. Apparently, everybody went for tea while we were having tea time with Brad. We have a lot of open lines, so if you want to call right now, you can. 1-800-529-5465. The telephone number also that scrolls below your screen right there. That is the number not only for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, but it is also the telephone number to get on our show. You can call me right now. We have a bunch of open lines, so if you do call, I think you'll get on. Let's go to Gustavo in Los Angeles, California. Gustavo.
Hello, Brad. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. This time I'm calling you, but to bring some good news finally, and also ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
So after 2 years and 7 months, 2 Stokes interviews, 2 home visits, believe it or not, 2 home visits.
Wow.
Yeah.
They finally believed it was a real marriage after all of that, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Mazel tov. Very good, Gustavo. Congratulations.
Yeah, so it's not 100% because I only got my I-130 approved after the interview, 1 day after the interview.
Great.
And now it's been 4 days after the interview, and my I-145 is still pending, and I wonder why.
I don't know either. You got to give them at least 120 days. After 120 days and 2 years, and your from the approval of the I-130 and the I-45 is not, you don't have the green card in your hand, you call me, we'll file a mandamus.
I see. But for example, because I have no criminal records, I have a good affidavit of support, I have medicals, my medicals are current. So is it normal? I mean, to get the I-130 approved?
Yes.
Certain day, and then the I-45 approved like 1 week later?
Yeah, or 2 weeks later, or a month later, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. It's normal.
So it's normal. That's why I said give it 120 days. After 120 days, it's not normal. Why they do it that way? Why they don't just send the approvals together? You know, the emoji guy like this, who goes like this? I don't know. That's the way they do it. All right.
But I appreciate
All
so
right.
much your work. I had consultations with you, Brad, and
Great.
you helped me a lot.
Great.
You know.
Great. Thank
So
you,
it's,
Gustavo. I appreciate your call.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Bye
good luck.
bye.
Okay. All right, let's go to Sinjaya in Los Angeles. Sinjaya,
Hello, can you
how
hear
are
me?
you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. What's going on?
I just wanted to talk about what y'all think of, the ICE detention centers and, how they're, basically creating cages for these kids to stay in. And, I just want to know what y'all think about this.
I think it's terrible. We talk about it every day, how terrible it is.
I know it's terrible.
and-
Have you heard about that the Minutemen and, some of the ICE, they're actually using weapons that contain bukkake, and they're shooting them at these people on the border, and they're actually just coating them all, and it's just
Yeah,
like
I mean,
bukkake everywhere.
I'm not sure what that is. That I don't know. I do know that families, based on a agreement with the government back from the 1990s all the way through Donald Trump, were not supposed to be in detention for more than 20 days. And as long as they didn't pose a threat, they were supposed to be released, waiting on their hearings. This is the first time ever that people are forced to stay on the other side of the border. It's against international treaties and human rights conventions to not allow somebody into your country to apply for refugee status. It's just completely inhumane. We can talk about it for hours. I'm in agreement with you, and I hope Joe Biden wins. More than that.
Joe Biden built the cages.
Well, Joe, I don't know about that, but he certainly is going to do it.
Joe Biden built the cages.
He's going to do it.
If you see what's on Hunter's laptop, it's sick.
Well, I don't know about Hunter's laptop because we don't know whether Hunter's laptop is real or not. But that's a whole story. Let's go to Apana in Austin, Texas. Apana.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, Brad?
Good, good. What's going on?
So I have, I'm calling from my dad, and I'm a U.S. citizen, right? And I have filed I-130 to my dad because his lawyer was doing too much drama, and it's already for 2 months that after my citizenship, and I just went ahead and did it. So his I-30 is pending. So he filed for asylum, and he got rejected and issued proceeding of removal. And then he appealed that to board of director or something, and then that got rejected. The appeal got rejected.
What was the I-130?
No. His that's a separate case. That's
his what
from
case?
me, right?
His what case?
Asylum.
Asylum case. Okay.
So he filed for asylum, and that got rejected. And he was issued proceeding of removal.
NTA, right.
Yeah, and then he appealed to BOA Board of Director, and that appeal was rejected.
He got denied by the immigration judge and appealed the immigration judge's decision to the Board of Immigration Appeals.
Yeah, and then he did the board appeal to Board of Director. Yeah,
to whatever circuit court.
Yeah, that got rejected, and then he filed to Ninth Circuit.
What is the question that you have for me?
So my question is, and he's on TPS right now. We're from Nepal, so he's on TPS right now. And the TPS going to end on January 4 for Nepal.
Did he apply for withholding of removal? Why was his asylum denied?
I don't know that.
I don't know either. Okay, so this is what needs to happen. Okay, I can't solve his problem. We don't know anything about his case on this show. I can solve his problem privately. I would need to look at all of his records, look at the entire record of appeal, and then figure out what the next step is. I don't know right now. So hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Omar in Zionville, North Carolina. Omar.
Hey, Brad. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm here.
Good. I'm here too.
So can you hear me?
I do.
Can you hear me?
I do.
Okay. So, yeah, I have a question here because I filed a VAWA case back in August 2018, but until now, October 2020, the only thing I've received to date is a prima facie determination. and I've received that maybe about 2 weeks ago. So I'm asking if you know what is happening.
I don't know what's happening with your particular case, but I can tell you generally what happens. When they look at your VAWA case and you get a prima facie determination, what they've said is on its face, without delving deep into your case, on its face, it appears that you're an abused spouse. And because on its face, you appear to be an abused spouse, it's like they take a quick look at it and they say, yep, you look like an abused spouse. We're going to allow you to apply for government benefits. It's a good thing, because if they look through your case quickly and they say, we don't see anything here, then, and you don't get a prima facie, that means you're looking at certainly an RFE and perhaps a denial. So it's a good positive development when you get a prima facie. Why did it take so long to get? I don't know. VAWA cases are taking over 2 years right now, unfortunately.
All right. So another thing that I wanted to look at, because my priority date would have been August 2018, but now when I look online, they're serving priority date in February 2019. Should I be worried about that since that date already passed?
I'm not sure what you're looking at, but on a VAWA case that was filed in 2018, you just got the prima facie. Your case got buried somewhere. When did you file it?
August 2018.
And you're just getting a prima facie for the first time ever now?
Yes, yes.
How do you know it was filed in August of 2018? Who told you that? You have a receipt that says filed in August 2018?
That's the priority date that was given on the records, and that's the date that the lawyer that I used it.
I'm not sure what happened. My guess is that the papers were returned at one point, and then he had to submit additional paperwork before they actually received your case. It's my guess. I don't know for a fact, because August 20, you should be getting a prima facie determination within, a few months of you filing it. 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, not 2 years later. So obviously something went awry, and maybe your lawyer did something, I don't know. Maybe you're misunderstanding what's going on. But to get a prima facie for the first time 2 years after, that's obviously an issue. I would speak to your lawyer, ask for a copy of your records, or I can request a copy of records and see what's going on. But something is amiss.
Okay. And the other question I want to ask, after getting this prima facie, is it sure of anything coming through anytime soon?
I don't know. I don't know anything about your case. Hold on one second. Let's go to Abdullah in Salt Lake City, Utah. Abdullah.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes.
My question is about, I mistakenly registered to vote in 2015, and then I removed 2015.
I don't know what your question is. All I heard was the year 2015.
Oh,
get yourself
yeah, I
together
registered
with your question. What happened in 2015?
I registered to vote.
You registered to vote in 2015?
Yes.
Okay. Were you a citizen?
No.
Were you a green card holder?
Yes.
Okay. You can't register to vote as a green card holder. Only citizens can vote. Why did you register to vote?
Correct. Wrong advice of a roommate.
All right. Hold on one second. Because you don't want to tell people you made false claims to U.S. citizenship, because then you say bye-bye to America. Hold on. Let's go to Samim in Queens, New York. Samim.
Hey, Brad. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Quick question. I just need to know, I asked you before, I called you a couple times, and I just filed my citizenship on 21st of this month.
Mm-hmm.
After 4 years, 3 months, and 3 days. 4 months, 4 years, 9 months, and 3 days, you said.
Right.
So I did that last 21st of this month.
Right.
I just need to know, could you tell me how long it's going to take to receive? Like usually they usually used to send you the first receipt.
You should. It's taking about 2 months now.
Just to receive the receipt?
Yeah.
Okay, alrighty. And another quick question that my nephew, he married to the U.S. citizen. She's here, and they're relative as well. I mean, it's from the relative family marriage. So my nephew, he's from Pakistan as well, but he worked in UAE, United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi. So his wife, she came back. She was a citizen. Now she has a child by him, and it's more than 2 years now, and he's still in the Abu Dhabi. And I just need to know. Question is this: my nephew, wife, father said it's the father of that child have the U.S. immigration have to find some signature or something that before she can apply for her husband.
Wait,
and then he able to.
I don't understand. What? What'd you say? I didn't hear the last.
Okay, if the husband is in the other country, and the wife she came back after the marriage,
right,
back to the U.S. and she's U.S. citizen.
What is the question? Just ask me the question.
How long it take to file for her husband?
She's a citizen?
She's a citizen and she's here and she has a son by him.
About a year to a year and a half.
If she filed it.
Correct.
So that means does not need that child baby who's in the Abu Dhabi, he need to any sign or anything for the U.S. government, right?
No.
To prove that he is the father.
No.
Before she filed.
No. His name is on a birth certificate, right?
Huh?
The father's name is on a birth certificate. I'm like not having communication here with everybody today. What's wrong with me? The father's name is on the birth certificate. The wife files for him. It's a very simple question. They have a baby together.
She didn't file for him. She and her parents, they're saying to him, their son-in-law, that the U.S. government we need to prove that you are the father. So it's take a little bit of time. Is that true?
No. You're married.
Okay, that's all.
File
That's
on 130. Goodbye. Let's go to April in Houston. April, what's up?
Hi.
How are you?
I wanted to
oh
know.
My God. Crazy day today, April.
I'm sorry?
Crazy people calling today. What's going on?
I know, right?
Yeah. All right.
I wanted to know. Okay, so my husband and I were going for our interview November 9th.
Right.
And I have not been getting my payroll direct deposit, but I have made many cash deposits in his payroll, and we have lots of that's all we use is our bank account.
Okay.
So, is that going to,
No, I don't. I think if you bring in a joint bank account and you show money being deposited from various sources, and it's your money, his money, and you're depositing it, and out of that joint bank account, you're paying bills that you're both responsible for, bills he's responsible for, bills you're responsible for, that's a real marriage. I think that's a good thing.
Okay, good. Yeah, we pay all our bills through the account. Mm-hmm. Even like Cash App, it shows my name. It shows everything being transferred.
So I think that's a good thing.
Okay. Was there another question? Oh, about changing my name. Do I go through immigration for that?
What do you mean changing your name?
Changing my last name to my husband's last name.
When you apply, when you go for your interview, to ask the immigration officer that your green card come in your husband's name, and when you get your green card in your husband's name, you'll then go and get your Social Security card changed, if you have it in a different name, into your married name, and then you have your green card and your Social Security card in your married name. You'll go get a driver's license in your married name, and guess what? That's your new name.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We watch your show every day.
My pleasure. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. So, congratulations, squad. 3 years we're doing this show. Never have we only had 5 calls. We're usually 30, 40 calls a day. 5 calls today. One of them was, I don't know, some racist dude calling about cages. One of them is somebody who wanted to know whether a wife could file for a husband if they didn't take a DNA test on a baby. One of those days. Yo-Yo and Vanessa.
Yeah.
What is wrong with your birthday today?
Social media check-in will make up for it.
Is that it?
Exactly. Everybody's out there somewhere turned up. I don't know, waiting for me to get off the show to go party.
Maybe everybody sees I'm in a bad mood today. They're scared of me.
Yeah, that could be also.
I'm not in a
it.
bad mood though, but maybe people think I'm in a bad mood and they're
I was gonna
scared.
say I wasn't picking up on that.
No, I'm not in a bad mood actually. All right, so why don't we do something we like to call social media checking. All right.
Right.
What do we got?
Okay. Eric Tawia on YouTube asked, "Can I travel with my advanced parole while my VAWA case is pending?"
Can you travel with your advanced parole while your VAWA case is pending? Yes. Don't stay out for more than a month.
Okay, Muhammad Awad on YouTube. I did not explain last time that I asked, but I pleaded guilty to an felony 4th degree conspiracy attempt of burglary in 2009, which I never did. The judge sentenced me to 5 months when the immigration picked me up from jail and deported me in 2009. I live in my country now and got married to the love of my life for 2 years and a half now. She is an American citizen and she applied for me for a green card. I got my I-130 approved. Will my old case hurt me? Do I need a waiver?
Well, yes, you need a waiver. What was the crime that he says he never committed that he was found guilty of?
He pled guilty to an felony 4th degree conspiracy attempt of burglary.
Okay. Number one, if you pled guilty, it doesn't really matter the facts, whether you did it or not. Nobody wants to hear you didn't do it. You pled guilty. I mean, that's the reality of it, especially with immigration. If you plead guilty to something, and there's lots of people, trust me, I get it. There's lots of people who plead guilty to things that they didn't do. So I'm not here to say anything other than what you need to do for immigration. If you plead guilty, nobody in immigration at the U.S. Embassy anywhere wants to hear you didn't do it. You did it. You pled guilty. End of story. Okay? It is a theft offense. He did how long in jail? How long in jail did he do?
He did 5, he was sentenced to 5 months.
5 months in jail?
Let me see. The judge sentenced me to 5 months.
Okay,
yep.
because he only did 5 months in jail, it's not an aggravated felony, and therefore he can return with a waiver for the underlying crime, which would be a 212H waiver, and a 212C waiver to return after a prior deportation. So there is a possibility that you can come back. If he was sentenced to more than a year, then he's an ag felon, and he would not be able to come back. But because it's under a year, he can do those 2 waivers.
All right, Navdeep Rajput on YouTube asks, "I filed an I-360 in August 2019 for VAWA and received an extension on prima facie. Is my case going to is my case going in a good direction, and how long will it take?"
I don't know how long it'll take, but when you get the prima facie, it's going in a good direction.
Cool.
Okay, Alex Scott on YouTube. I am an asylee pending removal process. I got married to a U.S. citizen this year. How long after I file the I-130 will I be approved? How do I file for the I-485 in court in front of the judge?
Well, you got to file the I-130 first, get it approved, and then you got to go file your adjustment before the judge. So, you know, this process, unfortunately, when you're in removal and you have a pending asylum case in removal and then you got married to a U.S. citizen, it's a 2-year process, unfortunately.
Okay, Rockstar on YouTube asks, "We are on an I-485. If the final action dates are not current when the kids are 21, what are the options? Can they continue on the I-485 or they move to F1?
They have pending I-485s, then they should be able to get their green cards under the Child Status Protection Act.
Okay, LinkedIn Bolton on YouTube. I just got deported this year in May, and my U visa is pending as of August. Do I still get a biometric appointment?
You will need to take your fingerprints somewhere, but you got deported on your U visa. I don't know if you're even eligible for a U visa anymore.
Okay, Meme Sorry on YouTube asked, "If someone is held in an immigration detention center and in the process of review for their I-863 form case, can the person dismiss or revoke or cancel an ongoing process and return or request to return back to the original home country instead?"
Yes. You could always ask to leave. They'll be happy to let you go.
Okay, Jovane on Instagram. I am from Jamaica, and my aunt started filing for my mom in 2009. How long will it take her to get her granted the F4 immigration visa? And am I applicable to go with her? I'm 19, soon to be 20.
What's the priority date?
Priority date. I don't see a priority. They started filing in 2009.
2009. He's 19 years old now. We got to look at what the priority dates are. Let's see. Priority dates, visas. And let's see. We can go here and availability of immigrant visas. Priority dates for family preference. Oh gosh, this stupid computer. It's one of those days, man. What is wrong with this? One of these days. Let's see. Priority dates, 2020-21. Visa bulletin for October 2020. The F4 date is September 22nd, 2006. He's 2009. There's a presidential proclamation. It's unlikely he's going to be included unless he's under the Child Status Protection Act. So what we don't know is how long did that I-130 take to get approved. So let's say, for example, the aunt filed for his mother in 2009, which is when the I-130 was filed. That's the priority date. And let's say he got the approval notice in 2012, 3 years later. He would get 3 years additional past his 21st birthday to get his green card. So he would get till approximately 24 years old. So he's going to fall off under 21 for sure, because they're not going to make it by 21 because they're 3 years, priority dates are 3 years back. But what we don't know is how long did the I-130 take to get approved? If we know how long the I-130 takes to get approved, then I can tell you how much older you are past 21 before you fall off the case.
Okay, Fikr Shoagar on YouTube asks, how long does it take to renew a conditional green card after a fingerprint is taken?
About 18 to 24 months.
Why does the, I'm not sure of this abbreviation, POTOMAC Service Center keep moving the receipt date for my case inquiry? They have changed the date 5 times.
Because of probably coronavirus. We're going to do it two more.
Okay, Sammy on Facebook asks, I received public assistance for my son. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. Before he files for me, should I close my son's public assistant case?
No, because that won't affect you getting a green card.
And our last question also comes from Sammy. I was arrested for shoplifting. I then took the classes and paid the fine and got a disposition. Would that affect me during this process of my husband filing for me?
What classes and what fine? He has some
for shoplifting?
Shoplifting, yeah, but I don't know what he was pled guilty to. So I got to figure out what he pled guilty to. But the answer is every time you're arrested, it affects you somehow. I would need to see the disposition. Meanwhile, as the United States presidential election is upon us, we thought it was a good time to remind people to educate themselves about the Trump administration's immigration policies and the misinformation pushed out by Donald Trump and his administration, including the so-called travel ban. After Trump announced the extension of his first travel ban back in February, Yonathan hit the streets to quiz people on their knowledge of immigrants in America who come from some of the banned countries on Trump's list. Let's watch.
What's up, Brad Squad? This is Yonathan Elias here in New York City. Now, Nigeria, Eritrea, Kyrgyzstan, Myanmar, Sudan, and Tanzania. What do these countries all have in common? They all fall under Trump's administration's new travel ban. That's right, on January 31st, 2020, the Department of Homeland Security announces the expansion of its original 2017 travel ban to include these additional 6 countries, set to take effect February 22nd. Now, officials said the new restrictions stem from national security concerns. During the unveiling of Trump's immigration plan, White House officials also told the Washington Post that the administration wants highly skilled workers who speak English. So does that mean that the people from these countries are uneducated? Are they more dangerous? We're gonna find out more with the game called Travel Ban Trivia. Let's go. I got my new friends over here. What's your name?
Danielle. Lona.
Yes, and where are you guys from?
London.
Woo! You ready to play Travel Ban Trivia?
Yes.
Woo! I like that energy. How you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Gino, how you doing?
My name is Mark, and I'm from the Netherlands.
Ooh, from the Netherlands. Can I go with you? Can I go back?
Yes, with us. We're taking you home.
Awesome. All right, so you guys ready to play Travel Ban Trivia?
We are. Yes, we are.
Okay. Now, first question. What is the largest group of African immigrants in the U.S.? Is it A, Kenya, B, Nigeria, C, Sudan, or D, Algeria?
Nigeria. Kenya.
Sudan.
You got me, but I'm just going to go with the A, Algeria. I think Algeria.
It is Nigeria. Oh, all right. It's just the first one. It's okay. You got some time. You're getting there. All right. Yeah. Okay, as of 2018, there are over 203 million Nigerians living here in the U.S. Nigeria is the largest source of African immigration to the U.S., and they account for 0.6% of the United States' overall foreign-born population. Niger is over here representing. What percentage of Nigerian U.S. immigrants hold at least a bachelor's degree? Is it A, 25%, B, 43%, C, 17%, or D, 58%?
43. I was going to say that. I'm going to say 43.
I'll go with the B.
B, 43%?
Yes, 43.
D, 58%.
58%. It is. 58%.
Oh, was you going to say that too?
And and let me tell you, so American-born individuals is 33%.
Oh, okay. That's shocking. Yeah.
See, isn't that crazy? See, immigrants, we're great here. A higher percent of Nigerian immigrants hold a bachelor's degree than U.S.-born individuals, which rank 33%. Nigerians are highly educated, and 54% of Nigerian immigrants in the U.S. hold management positions. Looks like they're doing well out here. All right, now, how much money did people in the U.S. send to Nigeria in 2017? Was it $1 billion, B, $6.2 billion, C, $3 million, or D, $5 million?
5 million. 3.
That's a tough one. I'm going to go with 5 million. 5 million?
I'm going to say the first one.
1 billion? It's $6.2 billion.
With a B.
With a B. Yes.
Wow. It's unbelievable.
It
You
is.
don't look at it like that, do you? You don't when you put a new spin on it.
Right. Which is why there should be no travel ban. $6.2 billion was sent to Nigerians in 2017, contributing to the dynamic economies of both America and Nigeria. The New American Economy research found that in 2018, Nigerian immigrants in the U.S. made more than $14 billion and paid more than $4 billion in U.S. taxes. They paying taxes. Sheesh. English proficiency rates of Nigerian immigrants are low. True or false?
True.
Can you repeat the question?
I'm going to say that's false.
They do. Yes.
There you go.
I'm going to say it's false.
This is very false. Yes, good job.
Stereotypes are bad.
They're horrible. They're horrible. According to Migration Policy Institute, Nigerians are among the best educated new arrivals to the United States and have one of the lowest rates of limited English proficiency. DHS Acting Secretary Chad F. Wolf said the new restrictions will make U.S. safer and more secure. But will it? How many terror-related deaths occurred by people from Nigeria, Myanmar, Tanzania, and Eritrea on American soil? Was it 3, 2, 5, or 0?
I'm going to go with 0. I don't believe it's a high number. 0.
There you go. You said that with confidence. Good job.
Yeah.
Say what's up to your dad. He did great.
You know, I watch a lot of news, and I haven't heard any of those countries, so I'm going to say 0.
You got it. It's there you go. Come on, shmoney dance. Ooh, hey. Good job. So now you learn some stuff, right?
Yes, that they shouldn't be banned because they're black and brown people.
Thank you. You heard it here, Jeremiah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't remember names, but I remembered his. Good job, man. Well, thank you so much. You did amazing, and you did too. It's actually zero.
You know it's zero.
You guys killed it. You guys killed it.
Thank you. So
Listen,
much.
and we're done because we're going back to London now. Let's go. 0 deaths occurred. Now, if you live in the U.S., you know about mass shootings, right? In fact, assaults by firearm kill about 11,000 people in the U.S. each year, which translates to roughly 1 in 370 lifetime chance of death from gun violence. In fact, assaults by firearm kill about 11,000 people in the U.S. each year, which translates to roughly 1 in 370 lifetime chances of death from gun violence. That's almost 50% more likely than lifetime odds of dying while riding inside a car, truck, or van, or a terrorist attack from a foreign country. All right, Brad Squad, well, there you have it. Now, this game, Travel Ban Trivia, I hope you understand most people won't get them right because you don't know these statistics. What this game is for is to teach you, and I hope you guys have learned today. Now, back to the studio.
All right, it's one of those days, Yo-Yo and Vanessa. If we don't get the 9 questions, Julian told me in my ear the lights are going to fall on my head in the studio. We're not blowing you up, the lights are falling on your head. It's one of those days. What do you think? We do it?
It's not going to be my fault.
It's not going to be the birthday girl's fault. It's never the birthday girl's fault, right?
It's not going to be my fault.
All right, you ready? Let's go.
Can I apply for a work visa if I'm undocumented?
No.
Does the I-131 extend your I-94?
The I-102 does. That gets into replacement. What? Okay, go.
How long does it take for a U.S. citizen to petition an adult son?
10 years, 7 years.
Can I work for a U.S. company if I'm on an F1 visa?
Not unless you get a work permit.
Do I need to let my employer know that I'm on an expiring EAD?
Yes.
Can a denial slash refusal of a U.S. Tourist visa affect my CR1 case?
And not unless there's fraud.
Are CR1 petition being denied due to Nigeria being on a ban list?
No, they should still be able to get a green card.
While filing I-485, do I need to file an I-132?
Yes.
Is there a 180-day rule for changing jobs with a pending I-485 based on self-petition I-140?
Yes.
Woo!
Done.
Oh, what was the question with the I-94?
I was off. That was me.
Yeah, what was that question?
As it's written here, does the I-131 extend your I-94?
Is the I-131 no, the I-131 is an advanced parole. It allows you to come back. It allows you to stay here lawfully until they decide on your adjustment of status. Has nothing to do with your I-94. You know, your well, I mean, it does, but it has nothing to do with your old status that you had beforehand. You're now in parole status.
Well, we got that.
Does that make sense?
The lights didn't fall on you.
Did that make sense or no?
Nope.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
Yes? No? Maybe?
I mean,
all right.
hope
Tomorrow.
it made sense for the person that
All
asked.
right. Tomorrow. Will be coming up soon. Let's go comments of the day. I was going to say something else, but we already started comments of the day.
All right, y'all. Our first comment of the day comes from Milo Slav Minkov saying, let's share Brad's knowledge with the world and make that world a better place. So let's destroy the like and share button.
All right, thank you. That would be good. Didn't happen, but that would be a good sentiment. Didn't happen today, but good sentiment.
Right. Keep that same energy at the beginning of the show, team. Our next one comes from Melanie Alien, and they say, tune into the best immigration show. Uncle Brad is the best immigration lawyer on the planet. You won't regret it. There's enough love on this team.
All right, very nice. Thank you.
Yes. All right, our third comment of the day comes from Carol Anderson, the Tiger, saying, tea time. You are served with the tea. How fancy, Brad. I love it. You deserve it, Brad. You work very hard.
Oh, thank you very much. I like tea time.
You deserve a servant.
Yeah, tea time was a good segment today. That was a good segment. We liked it. Yeah.
Evening tea. And our last comment of the day comes from Frank Medbaja. I just love you, Uncle Brad, and the whole Brad team.
Ah, very nice. Thank you very much. I just got to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. You can join me, Yo-Yo and Vanessa.
All right, we're here.
Magic 8 Ball, tomorrow on the show. Everything went wrong today. Will everything go right tomorrow?
Everything.
Some things went wrong. Will everything go right tomorrow? Because it's hump day. Magic 8 Ball, say something nice to us.
Another week.
It says, it's very hazy. The Magic 8 Ball doesn't even know. All right, so tomorrow, we got to just do it. Come in with some positive energy. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?